Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen, and yes, we are visiting IAE 2952. So this is going to be my first one, and I am pretty stoked for what we're going to see today. Right, as I said, 2952 is here. This was day one, and Drake was hosting, as you can see, all the sort of new Drake ships on the floor here. It's pretty cool how they do this with the expo. There is the Vulture, and I am excited about this one because I think I'm going to get it. So this is going to be your hull scraping ship. It's going to be a solo ship. I'm kind of digging how it looks, actually. So as we're walking around, you can see the center part here is where you'll be pulling all that lovely hull scrapings, as it were, I'm guessing, into that fold at the bottom there. And I don't know, it just looks cool, you know? It just looks good. I'm actually digging the yellow already. I think it makes it look more like a, you know, JCB, Caterpillar, sort of industrial type vehicle. Being a Drake, you've got pipes and cables and stuff hanging out everywhere, which is the norm with Drake. And of course, those rather large engines that it has. I guess you'll be able to VTOL this as well. We'll have a little pan around here, but it's a fair size. It is a fair size. With the classic Drake ramp there. But yeah, this is a fair size ship. Obviously inside we have the little cargo area. You have some new panels here, which I assume is going to start being the norm. You can turn lights on and off in these new ones. And I think when they do passes on the other ships, they'll probably start being introduced onto those as well. This is your place where your scrap will go in and get put into boxes. I think you have to do it manually, I'm not sure. But you can make a fair bit of money from it, apparently. Going around scraping the hulls off random ships. So up the ladder, you've got your quantum drive in there. You've got a gun rack by the looks of it, and a little wardrobe thing here, so you can put some suits in. Pretty cool. Moving through, you've got sort of the living quarters. You've still got some stuff like the batteries and gravity generators, bits and bobs like that. Obviously, you've got your bed, because you could be out all night scraping the hull off a ship, so you need somewhere to kip. Again, the new panels, you can turn the lights on and off. Then you've got some more stuff here, some coolers and that. You've got a toilet and a shower combination. It's pretty cool. And then you go into the cockpit. You've got a few more things in here, like your scanner and stuff. That was a bit weird. And your radar, things like that. And again, new panels, turn everything on and off. So let's jump into the pilot seat and see what the view is like. And the view is pretty freaking good. That is quite unrestricted, to be honest. Usually in Drake ships you get a lot of the struts going in front of your view, you know, the metal bars. But this one's pretty open, actually, which is going to be great for giving a good view of what you're doing, because you're going to need to concentrate, I assume, on certain parts of the ship that you're doing, and you're going to have an unrestricted view of that. But that's a cool looking view, looking out. I like it. So as well as getting through into the ship from the back, you can also go through the side as well, which you'll see in a minute. That thing on top there looks a little bit like some kind of drone, and it'd be cool if you could send that out in the future with the little wings there. I don't think it is, because it looks like it's hardwired in, but it'd be cool if you could send that out. Yeah, but I'm digging the yellow. I think it looks like it's meant to look, you know, an industrial sort of vehicle, JCB-esque. but I like it. There's a lot of detail on this ship as well. I think with Drake ships, you know, the detail really pops out because it's quite raw in a way. Nothing's really hidden that much. So you've got pipes hanging down and wires everywhere. So yeah, you can exit the vehicle from the rear like that, or you can exit from the side. So if I exit from the side, the window will actually open up and you can jump on to the sort of scaffolding, as it were, on the side here. And then, see, that'll shut over, and that's pretty cool. And then from here, you can just jump down. Got a couple of cannons there to protect yourself. Yeah, I like it. Also, you jump down the ladder. Looking forward to that. This is the cutter, which is the new Drake ship that got announced for IAE this year, and it's kind of cute in a way. It's like a little Cutlass black melded with the Herald, which is at the background there. It's kind of, yeah, it's definitely Drake. You've got your VTOL engines again, and Drake engines do sound really, really good. They sound pretty meaty, but this is going to be the starter ship. So we've got several starter ships already. This is going to be Drake's version of a starter ship, and I must say, if you're going to be buying a starter ship, this might not be a bad one. You got your Drake ramp going up, and there's a couple of cool little touches on the side here that I think you could probably miss, but these little yellow glass windows on the side I think look pretty cool. Obviously the new panels again, and if we close up the ramp, let that shut over, yeah, you've got the little glass side panels, so you can sort of look out. I don't know, a little touch. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. Quite like it. We'll open that back up in case anyone else wants to come in and have a look. So you've got a little cargo bay here for storing anything. Maybe fit a Dragonfly in it. You've got a toilet over here, bog standard, obviously. Yeah, it's a toilet. You've got your bed as well, which is great for a starter ship. I thought that was something, but it's not. And you've got your cockpit, which is actually quite nice looking. You know, it looks rather large. It's a single-man craft, obviously, being a starter ship, but it's got gun rack and stuff there as well. It's quite open and quite spacious. You've got wires everywhere. It's Drake. You've got vents pushing out whatever that is. But you know, we're here, and it's actually relatively cheap. I think it's about $40 on the store. I think it's about $40 for the whole game package with this ship as well, so it's not a bad one to start with. You've got a lever over here for your landing gear, which is cool, and you've also got this little switch here that deploy, so that actually puts shields onto, say, canopy armor. So you've got metal shields that will come out onto your windscreen, which is pretty cool. Yeah, I like it. The yellow tinted glass is kind of a cool look as well. So that's your new starter ship from Drake. Now we're looking at the new big ship from Drake. Heed the call of uncharted space and harness the spirit of exploration with the Drake Corsair, a worthy companion supporting you in battle. Now, some lighting there, lighting that bad boy up. There's obviously a lot of hype around this. I mean, just look at the firepower this thing has. Everywhere you look, there's some form of gun. There is not much clearance though. That's landing gear down, and it is very small clearance to the ground there. You've got to give the devs credit for putting in huge amounts of detail though, because everything looks freaking cool, especially the engines, and they are going to sound awesome. Right, let's head in then. I had a few issues getting into these. I kept falling through the ramp, so excuse the edit. Couple more guys here. Come and have a look at the Corsair. So the cargo hold is actually pretty large. I'm thinking maybe you could actually fit a Pisces in here. I am unsure, however. Again, new control panels. I'm looking forward to when they start doing passes on other ships, because I think it's going to come into play and it's going to bring a whole new level of immersion with it as well, which would be quite cool. Right, that's the ramp up. So the cargo hold is big. I genuinely think maybe you could get a small ship inside here. Maybe at a push. But as you can see, it's Drake. Everything is open. You can see all the wiring, the plumbing, everything. So it's a no frills kind of deal as Drake, and they know. They're not afraid to admit it. They push me out of the way. Very rude. So you got some hydrogen and quantum fuel tanks there. This is sort of your gravity generator. This is sort of your engineering area. It's sort of in the middle of the ship, which is quite good because, you know, protection and all that stuff. You've got some lockers here, so you can put some weapons in and some armour, etc, etc. Don't think you can shut that over. And then you've got your dock and collar here. So you can grab your armour and go and dock a ship. Or a station. But let's face it, you're going to try and dock a ship because you're going to be a pirate. Plenty of storage space in there. So we go through to the main area now. That gives me some Aliens vibes. You've got 4 beds, I think, in here. Little crew quarters. So you've got a little bit of fake storage at the top. And then you've got some real storage on the sides. And every crew member will have one of these, up to 4 people. But yeah, this... Oh, there goes in the lift. This little area here reminds me sort of Aliens vibes. I think it's pretty cool. Let's turn on the light. It's a sort of cafeteria and the little tellies. I don't know. It's got quite a cool vibe to it. This is your toilet. If the light turned on. There we go. Yeah, you got your toilet and shower and sink, etc. with 1 toothbrush for the entire crew to share. It's very Drake. Looks like it had plastic bags on the on the shower wall. That's a lift, but we'll see that very shortly. We'll go through to the sort of midsection, which is where your turrets are. We'll have a little sit down. Spin, open. It's quite a cool entrance to the turret there. So there's obviously one on each side. A couple of guys walking on top there. Yeah, turret on each side. Right near the front there. So you're lacking protection at the rear of this ship. But yeah, it's a lot of firepower in one little ship. We go through to the cockpit. You've got, I assume, the captain's quarters in here. He's got the same as sort of everyone else. Just at the front. You've got some MFDs on the floor there that, I don't know, haven't been put in, or it's an extra one. Look, it's a little touch of Drake there. Let's see. We'll hop in the seat and see what the view is like. Okay, these are the struts I was talking about. Obviously, they're not in the Vulture as much, but they are in your eye line here. At least you've got aircon. They have thought about you. That's USB powered. And there's more buttons as well that seem to be available, sort of on your MFDs and stuff, than a lot of other ships. So I'm hoping, along with the passes that they'll do on the ships and the new control panels, that all this stuff will sort of eventually get updated as well, and we'll feel like we've got a bit more control and a bit more things to do while sitting in the cockpit. But yeah, not a bad view. Not a bad view. By any means. Now we'll look at the co-pilot's chair now. The co-pilot actually drops down, which is unnecessary but really cool. So he'll be sitting underneath the captain of the ship. And yeah, he's got his MFDs. Got a thruster. He's got a stick. There's not much he can do here, but there is one thing, and that is the turret. There is also a remote turret on this, and there it is. So this is your sort of your rear gun, if anything, because like I said before, you've not got much protection rearwards, but that one you can spin that round and at least give yourself something if you're trying to get away or if you're getting chased. Right, coming out the co-pilot's chair then. We'll grab that elevator now. So yeah, it's a cool looking ship. It's very dark, but it is very cool. I don't think I'll be getting one. I did think about it. I was contemplating whether to get this or something else, but I think I'm going to get something else. I think these are going to be all over the place as well. There's a lot of hype for this ship and the wings, and yeah, it does look cool. The asymmetric design, the huge wings. But that ground clearance is awful looking. And I think I want something different. But I need a bigger ship. Well, I want a bigger ship. But I don't think this is the one. So the lift takes you up on top of the ship. Unsure why as yet. Why you need to. There's that remote turret we were talking about that the co-pilot can control. And let's head down. This lift actually does also take you down to the ground as well, which is pretty cool. This isn't the ground. Right, surface, thank you. Yeah, there we go. Although that panel at the back there looks like it's about to fall off. That's it. But that is day one of IAE 2952. Let me know if you're going to get any of these ships or if you've already pledged for them. What's your thoughts on the Corsair? I don't know.